This video is brought to you by JingleMine.com. Founded in Hong Kong but located throughout the world, they are one of the leading ASIC mining distributors out there. They have a strong relationship with JazzMiner, which means that they can provide you the best price and the latest info or updates for your JazzMiner. Additionally, they work hard to respond to customer inquiries or questions, providing 24/7 support and have one of the fastest deliveries in the ASIC industry. Some of their products include the JazzMiner X4-QZ, which can hit 840 mega hash at 340 watts while being whisper quiet, and I can vouch for that. And the new X16-Q is on pre-sale now and can hit 1.8 gigahash at only 630 watts on ETC hash. Lastly, they accept a number of cryptocurrencies as payment, so if you're interested, check out the link in the description and help support our channel by supporting its partners. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice: coffee, energy drink, tea, whatever it might be. And if you don't like caffeine, get some damn water as we go over some cryptocurrency news. It's a beautiful green day today. Not a deep green, but a light green. As the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies continue to move sideways. Unfortunately, it's not as I guess you could say hype as the good old days, but it's still making positive trends. We'll look at the charts. We'll go over some news. We got some news about regulation, Bitcoin in general, some degen stuff, which I actually have some pretty interesting, I guess, content to go over towards the end of the stream. So stay tuned for that. I will be blowing through the news first and then checking out for any questions in the live chat. If you do have any questions, please hit me up via a super chat or at me in the live chat. So Bitcoin right now around 27.1, 27, let's say 27.2, 27.2K. But you can see that since previous, at least previous to this date right here, which is May 25th, we put in a higher low and then higher highs. But this is on a short-term trend, and unfortunately, I'm still waiting. I don't know why. I'm still waiting for some major pullback. I'm still waiting for something major. I don't know what it is, but it may never come. And what I mean by major is I was looking for, maybe a pull down to 18, 15, somewhere in there. But we haven't had that at all. I mean, the lowest we went was 19.6 back here on March 23rd or March 10th. But yeah, I figured we would come back and at least retest this area right here, but we have not. So maybe people are not being as fearful as they once were. We'll have to wait and see how things go. But Bitcoin's big move due in July after March 30K push. So since we hit that short time frame, all-time high, not the original or the overall all-time high, but in March, that recent push, we have been just sitting kind of stagnant, moving sideways, sitting in this range, right? Honestly, been sitting between 27 something, almost below 28, all the way to 26, and we've just been bouncing in this range. And if you were day trading that range, you're actually doing pretty good, right? Because you're trading the swing highs and swing lows. But some people are saying that there should be a big move in July. Now, that might coincide with a couple of things that's been going on with various news outlets, regulation, bills, so on and so forth. So we'll have to see how things pan out in the long run. But Bitcoin consolidation could end by July, new research predicts, as optimism over BTC price breakout returns. In the latest market update, on June 2nd, trading firm QCP Capital revealed a bullish bias on both Bitcoin and the largest altcoin Ether. Bitcoin price has been ranging between 26 and 31. I would say more like 26 and 28, but since March, if we're going that far back. But analysts are increasingly calling time on the sideways action. QCP Capital is among them, predicting a change of course as soon as the end of the month. This, it argues, is thanks to the U.S. debt ceiling sideshow, vanishing, leaving Bitcoin closely mimicking its consolidation and breakout phase from 2020, which, if we look at the quote here from, I think, QCP itself, it says, with the passage of the debt ceiling bill through the House and Senate that extends the ceiling until January 2025, we can now all move on and not have to worry about the political sideshow again until next year's presidential election. This means we are now on the return to our regular programming of proper macro and crypto narratives. For QCP, the price levels may be different, but the underlying behavior is the same in 2023 at the start of the pandemic. So they're comparing now to the start of the pandemic, how the crypto market was performing and stuff like that. In March 2020, we were on the verge of a massive price breakout below 5K when the Fed unleashed liquidity tap, resulting in an exponential price increase as we approached the halving cycle the following year, it wrote, quoting a previous edition of its Just Crypto newsletter, similar to March, blah, 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 yada, yada. Okay, cool. So long story short, QCP and probably a number of other people, because I don't think they're the only ones that I heard, are calling for a nice little price uptick in Bitcoin overall. So the consolidation has played out perfectly so far, but we expect that we are soon coming to a close at the end of sometime this month. As a result, I'm sorry, I'm watching the stream connectivity. I just told TechMan my internet was fixed, and now you want to act up. It's only because TechMan wants to come over. As a result, we recommend positioning it for upcoming big move through the long 3-month and 6-month strategies with a bias to the long side. So we are here, is what they're saying. And that's the 3-month all-time, what is that, ATM seasonal, volume seasonal, at the moment seasonal? Okay, whatever. So long story short, yeah, they're expecting Bitcoin to get out of its rut that we've been in for a while towards the end of the month leading into July. I definitely could see that as possible, but I want to go bet in the farm. JPMorgan reveals 900 billion gold-based implied Bitcoin price alongside an Ethereum upgrade prediction warning. Bitcoin and Ethereum, two large cryptocurrencies, blah, blah, blah. Why do all articles start off that way? We know what Bitcoin and Ethereum are. But anyways, Bitcoin price double, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what is JPMorgan? What are you saying, JPMorgan? So with the gold price rising above 2,000, the value of gold held by the investment proposes outside central bank is currently valued at around 3 trillion. JPMorgan analyst led by blah, blah, blah. In turn implies that 45K price for Bitcoin under the assumption that Bitcoin equalizes gold in private investors' portfolios and risk capital. Okay. Bitcoin's upcoming so-called halving, which will see a number of new Bitcoins issued to miners cut by half. Yep, we know that. We're going down from 6.25 to 3.125. Is currently scheduled for April next year, so April 2024. It's expected to double the price, double the production cost of a new Bitcoin, around 40K. And I know a lot of people, especially farms, are looking and keeping an eye on that situation, because usually before the halving, we have a downturn in price. After the halving, we might start like a little uptrend, but we don't really start to see maybe possible new all-time highs until a year and a half later, a year later. So what farms will be able to sustain after that halving is going to be something that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. But anyways, long story short, JPMorgan sees a positive indicators for Bitcoin as well as QCP Capital. People are expecting things to push up towards the end of this month, leading into July. I would agree with that sentiment. I'm starting to rethink that the drawdown that I was looking for down to the 12-15K range to retest, the past. I'm starting to think that that's not going to happen, unfortunately, which is fine. I mean, it's not really unfortunate. It's just, I guess it's a good thing. But it is getting kind of boring sitting here in this range. It would be nice to break past 30K barrier, get into the 32s again. But we'll see how things pan out in the long run. What's interesting is, certain indicators on various charts. We got a couple of indicators here, and it did pan out, right? So we got these, if you look at this chart right here, we got these 3 dots, the line going across, and we got one right about here on the way down here, and then we pushed all the way up from around 26K to 28.4K. And then we're getting one again right now as we've been drawing down over the past week, and we actually got 4. Obviously if we start pushing up throughout this upcoming week, we're going to be hitting resistance around the 28.2 area. So we'll see how things actually pan out in the long run. But Bitcoin fragments could be more valuable than full Bitcoins. I've actually been diving down a couple of different rabbit holes, a few that I want to talk about towards the end of the stream. But this one, the ordinals, right? So where very valuable sats, right, are being sought after, and there's an entire offline ecosystem. They call it the black market, but I don't call it the black market. That's not really the black market. It's just a bunch of offline groups that are hunting sats, right? So somebody found a sat from one of the original blocks that Hal Finney received, or that Satoshi Nakamoto did, and then they're inscribing, and then that sat is exponential. Its value has grown exponentially. And this is ordinals pump during that time. The Bitcoin miners were actually making pretty good amount of profitability, or at least better than normal. It has since died down, but I think this is something that's still going to stick around. Is it something that a lot of people care about? I asked you, the community, in the past, do you care about NFTs for Bitcoin? Much of you said no, and we'll see what value comes off of this inscriptions or hunting for sats for inscriptions and NFTs and different types of things. So we'll see how that goes. But collectors called sat hunters are collecting Satoshis from rare Bitcoin, and those fragments may eventually be worth more than a regular Bitcoin. Since January, over 10 million inscriptions on the largest blockchain in the world, and the number continues to grow. They provide some context. With Ordinals protocol allows for the ordered identification of Satoshi, the smallest subdivision of a Bitcoin or a sat, enabling each of them to have their own individual identity. From that, people can inscribe sats in arbitrary content, creating Bitcoin native digital artifacts, are commonly known as non-fungible tokens. Among various narratives resulting from this technique, the existence of an extremely underground group of individuals who identify, track, and trade high-value historical Satoshis has come to light, and they are known as sat hunters. And there's a number of different ones out there, a couple of which that I've been keeping in my eye on, and you can check out. All articles are linked in the description, but just something I'm keeping my eye on. I have not participated in the sat hunting area or ordinals. I have looked at it. I have checked it out. I remember Voscoin did something. Haven't bought anything. Haven't tried to buy anything. But I am keeping my eye on it because I do see how people can get a sat from a specific legacy block and inscribe something on it, creating value. Just because it's rare or just because it's one of the OG sats out there, people are going to pay money for it. So we'll see how things turn out. But I'm kind of interested in it. Let me know your thoughts either in live chat or in the comments below. Now we're going to be moving on to a little bit of Bitcoin and maybe some regulatory information. How you doing, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. For all my future viewers, bear with me 1 second. We're going to move on to Binance and some of the issues it's bumping into, including the crypto bill. I'm not going to get too deep into the political weeds, but bear with me while I say hello to everybody. Thank you very much. Alexander Fleener, baby. Well, those are two different people. So Alexander, thank you for stopping by, baby. BDG, Automatic Beats, Sadie Times. What we got here? Yeti, good morning to you. Crypto Craig. And Rudd, how you doing? Gordon Murray, appreciate you stopping by, guys. Appreciate every single one of you. So, Binance loses market share after regulatory clampdown. World's biggest crypto exchange hit after moves from New York regulators. And the New York regulators and attorney generals have been going ham lately. Ham. So we know what Binance is. And once again, these articles starting off telling us about the what Bitcoin is, what Binance is, blah, blah, blah. Get straight to the point. The group, which says it has no headquarters, so Binance has no headquarters, controlled about 57.5% of the average monthly volume of the world, the overall crypto exchanges, and at its peaks in February. But that has now dropped to 43%, according to research from CC data. The sharp decline has come as Binance runs into tougher commercial competition, greater scrutiny of its activities from U.S. regulators following the end of the free trading promotion. In February, New York regulators shut down the issuance of Binance branded stablecoin BUSD, and I was just listening to Coin Bureau about that. BUSD, USDC, USDT has hit its a new all-time high as far as market like it's something billion, 82 something billion, or I could be wrong about that. But USDC has diminished as well. So stable coins are kind of on shaky ground, especially as regulatory clarity gets pushed out. And various entities, like for example, Paxos, Wells Notice, Coinbase, Wells Notice, Circle does USDC. I forgot the company that does Tether, Binance, BUSD. So very interesting how things can crumble, especially when you have exchanges, right? That's what happened to FTX and a number of others. Exchanges that have a large portion of their assets are in coins that they created out of thin air, or coins that are supposedly pegged to something, and then when it loses its peg and goes to crap, that exchange goes under, unfortunately. So we know all about Binance. What is the point we're trying to make here? Dispute cuts elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so anyways, Binance loses market share after regulatory clampdown, right? We knew the regulators were going to bring the heat. They have continued to bring the heat. They're clamping down on everyone, not just one specific exchange. It's ironic that they couldn't do this when they were all buddy with FTX and SBF, but as soon as that hit the crap, and people that were getting interviewed or investigated for FTX, they just kept pointing fingers to other people, like what's his name from Shark Tank pointed to Binance. Some other people pointed to Coinbase. It's just a whole bunch of blame game and nobody taking ownership of their own stupid actions. And that's really what the world is full of, is a bunch of idiots that doesn't want to take ownership or responsibility for their own actions and rather just blame somebody else for their problems. But it is quite a decrease. I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick for us. Bear with me. I know I don't like playing videos during live streams, but let's just go ahead and knock it out real quick. Let me turn on the desktop volume and turn mine off.
To you by Crypto.com, the world's fastest growing crypto app.
Let's take a look at today's chart of the day. Binance is losing market share, dropping to its lowest level in 8 months at 43% in May, according to data from CC Data. The exchange remains the largest cryptocurrency platform by trading volume, but its market share has declined consecutively over the past 3 months after reaching a yearly high of 57% in February. This comes as the exchange battles with scrutiny from U.S. regulators and make the decision to close operations in Canada due to regulatory concerns. Earlier this week, Binance Australia also experienced trouble when Bitcoin traded at a 20% discount after the Australian dollar bank transfers were halted. That's it for Chart of the Day. I'm Jen Sanesi, and we'll see you.
So yeah, that whole turning off or getting out of Canada probably took a pretty good bit. It sucks that they had to pull out, but with the new regulations and policies being issued by fellow governments, entities, and countries, you got to play by the rules. And what's on the biggest unfortunate situation, or the biggest inconvenience of this entire situation, is the rules being applied to regulating and controlling the crypto market are not really adapted for that. So hopefully we got some updates coming, because I've been keeping an eye on some various newses. So we got MiCA, M-I-C-A, from the EU, and now Crypto Bill from the Republicans lay out clear roles for the SEC and CFTC, which we do have quite a few people in the political space that are doing good. They're trying to fight for clarity, but being smart about it, not trying to, just go in there like a bull in a china shop. So got some few articles. U.S. Commodities Agency may change risk rules to consider crypto. CFTC has proposed an overhaul of risk management requirements And one commissioner says it should factor in the emerging crypto dangers. And there is a lot of dangers. But the CFTC issued a proposal Thursday to invite comments on possible changes to the agency risk management program, that technologies in the digital asset, artificial intelligence, and cloud services also have emerged as areas that can carry significant risks. And AI is a big trend right now. Proof of use of work is a big trend right now. People are going to abuse that. People are going to abuse the fact that those are hot right now or being hyped up, and going to use it for nefarious purposes, trying to get you to do stupid things or get users to do stupid things. So be careful. These technological advancements with their accompanying risk necessitate the Commission revisiting our regulatory oversight, and including our risk management requirements, integration of digital assets and banks, brokers, and the risks that could be posed could continue to evolve. She also flagged the ongoing issues regarding the industry custodial practices, saying that brokers may explore holding customer property in the form of stablecoins and other digital assets that could result in unknown and unique risk, right? So you give somebody a lot of money, they convert it into whatever cryptocurrency or asset, that asset loses out, you don't get your money back, because obviously they were spending it on Lambos and hookers. But anyways, U.S. House Republicans push for crypto oversight with a bill to make the SEC play ball. These two are similar. I just got off of CNBC. Looks like we got a draft legislation from key community members or committee members that represent this year's most significant proposal for how the federal government might build guardrails around the digital sector. Crypto exchanges would gain a path to registering with the U.S. SEC and would be able to trade digital securities, commodities, and stablecoins all in one place under a proposal from the Republican chairs of two House Representatives Committee trying to hash out a bill. Now, one of the biggest things is that every time, the SEC would go and slap the exchange or company in the face, being like, you're doing it wrong. Here's a fine. You got to pay the fine. Instead of being like, whoa, you stepped out of line. Let's bring it back in. Here's why you stepped out of line. Here's what you need to fix. And here's what we're going to check in 3-6 months if you haven't got it fixed. If you continue to breach cross that line, we're going to hit you with a substantial fine. We're going to take you to court, whatever. But they're not doing that. And then when the exchanges or companies are trying to reach out to the SEC or leadership, they're not getting the information that they need. It's laughable. But anyways, I talked about that many a time. So moving on, the most significant crypto oversight proposal Congress has come up with this year, proposed legislation that would check a lot of boxes in the digital asset sector, is clamoring for. But the draft bill released Friday by the leaders of the House Financial Services Commission and Agricultural Committee hasn't yet drawn Democratic support and comes with some caveats, including SEC's ongoing power to determine which assets or securities that will remain under the agency's authority. Now, I've said this in the past. I would like to have the CFTC regulate crypto because the SEC are full of assholes, but that's just me. And not everybody in the CFTC is somebody I would like to have a hand on the steering wheel as far as defining the future of crypto here in the United States. But on the most urgent question, how to tell what's a commodity and security, the discussion draft says any of the regulated crypto firms handling a token or cryptocurrency can make the case that the assets are commodities, but they have to explain in detail how they work and prove that they are truly decentralized by certifying that nobody is steering the project or controls 20% of the assets. And the SEC can challenge that claim if it can produce a detailed analysis demonstrating the asset belongs in its jurisdiction. So it's going to be a tug of war here. Crypto exchange is trying to prove why it's XYZ. SEC trying to prove why it's ABC. But yeah, there's still, even when Gary Gensler was pulled into court, we've seen this, and the question was posed to him about, is Ethereum a security? He could not answer the damn question on live television or to the committee. So yeah, for the CFTC, the draft bill would set up a new category of registered business, a digital commodity exchange, where certified crypto commodities would trade. The new exchange would have to comply with the agency's usual protections, including full segregation of customer assets and ensure that they are not vulnerable to market manipulation. And the agency would have new authority on direct trading of crypto commodities, which has also been a feature of other bills considered by Congress last year. As the U.S. oversight currently stands, both the SEC and the CFTC have been waging an enforcement battle against crypto companies, including some of the largest trading platforms, and any crypto-connected rule efforts at the SEC have been moved toward dramatically restricting the crypto ties to the traditional finance system. While the SEC, Gary Gensler, insists that the existing securities laws are sufficient, which I do not agree with, the legislation would force his hand into modernizing the regulation for crypto-specific sites. So here are some of the proposal key features. Token projects that are aiming for treatment as commodities would have to go through a certification process with the CFTC, which would include detailed disclosures about their operations. While the agencies work out the joint regulations, the legislation says that the existing crypto assets would be free from enforcement action. Nice. A safe harbor that would allow firms and investors to keep trading during what would be potentially lengthy waits for the SEC and CFTC to finish setting up the industry's new rules. Broker deals would also be able to take custody of crypto assets, an issue with the agency is already trying to work out with recent proposed rule that demand registered investment advisors only keep their customer money with so-called qualified custodians. The U.S. Republicans are also calling for studies of the DeFi and non-fungible space, which suggests that the regulation of those parts of crypto economy may be pushed further down the road. It's a little bit harder to obviously regulate DeFi and NFTs, but if they would not focus on that and just focus on the on and off ramps, when you do actually sell the NFT, when you do actually sell the asset that you traded into a various fiat or maybe another cryptocurrency on a centralized entity, that's where, obviously they can use that KYC data to kind of enforce that, make sure you're paying your taxes and yada, yada, yada. But something to keep an eye on, as I've always said, make sure you guys are keeping up with your local politicians, whether it's locally, town, cities, county, state, whatever it might be. Just stay up to date. But yeah, so we're pushing for clarity. It's a positive momentum as we move forward. The SEC needs to get their crap together. We got some good people in good places trying to fight on our behalf. Or represent us, right? Because that's what they are. They're representatives. We voted them into office to represent us. But what's funny is about 75% of the people we voted in aren't doing the crap that they got voted in for, or not representing us to what we expected of them. So hopefully the good people and the people that we voted in can get some, because if we can nail this down, if we can actually nail this crap down and get some clarity and have people communicate with Coinbase and be like, hey, no, that's a security. This is a commodity. No. Why do you call it a commodity? Okay. Well, maybe it is, but we're gonna have to go get some draft and do all the paperwork, whatever we need. Get that clarity. I think the markets will start to pick up. And the way this legislation or ruling is going, obviously it's going to take some time, but the fact that they're going to continue to let it be the Wild West until the ruling is finalized would kind of alleviate some pressure. Because right now there's a lot of people on the sidelines waiting because they're concerned about what the U.S. regulators or people are going to do. So once we get that clarity, I think we could see a nice little implosion of the market. I'm not saying we're going to hit new all-time highs or anything like that, but it would be, that confidence, right? We got to curb inflation. We'll see what the FOMC does. We'll see what the CPI report does. We'll probably move up another 25 basis points. So once we start to settle and people stop panicking, I think we'll do pretty good. So here's the very interesting aspect that I wanted to talk about. There was something that I posted on my Twitter yesterday. If you guys follow me on Twitter, where, let me go ahead and pull this over to the side real quick, where I was following something, and we're seeing a stupid ass trend where there's a number of people that might actually have their accounts kind of taken over. And I'm wondering if somebody on the inside is doing it, like a Twitter or something like that. But it's very interesting to see how many people are falling for it. But what's very interesting to me even further is what it takes to build something like this. what I'm trying to get at and failing to do is I'm paying attention to solidity and smart contracts and what is actually happening or what is going on. Let me see if I can find this guy. Hang on one second. Where did it go? Okay. So first, let's talk about these two stories. And then I'm going to tell you the rabbit hole that I've been going down lately. But I am getting smarter as far as understanding smart contracts. I'm not a genius. I'm just getting better at understanding the language model and the actions and what it's executing and what is actually happening. And it's very good to have that knowledge. Once I have a better understanding, I might share it with the community, but I don't want to share something I am not 110% certain on. So bear with me. But degens can't stop sending millions of Ethereum to random wallets on Twitter. What sucks is somebody with influence that already has 100,000 worth of Ethereum can post their address and people will flood it with more Ethereum. While people who are struggling to make it 9 to 5, supporting their families, busting their butts, can post their address and get nothing. It's so asinine to me of why people are doing this, but they're doing it. So anyways, it looks like not Larva Labs founder, a pseudonym on Twitter, influencer Polly, has received more than 1 million worth of crypto in exchange for nothing. Literally, a meme coin mania takes a new bizarre turn. What started out as a fever for Pepe coin, the frog-themed meme coin, has led to dizzying heights at the start of May, eventually gave way to people trading tokens based on common names such as Ben or Jeff. Now degens are handing over their hard-earned Ethereum to random Twitter users who post their wallets promising exclusive token pre-sales, and even someone who promised them no returns of tokens at all. In a Twitter post on Tuesday, Polly listed a wallet address and said, "Send ETH here." The statement was accompanied by a gift caption, "You'll get nothing." It was a rift on the fundraising trend that gripped the crypto Twitter since at least early May. A day later, the wallet registered as what you get nothing.eth via the ENS or Ethereum name service, received more than 626 Ethereum worth $1.1 million according to Etherscan. And amid the avalanche of nothing-related memes, Polly has literally reiterated the wallet is not related to a launch of a new token. There is no pre-sale. Literally nothing is being sold. But people still did it anyways. The development comes as crypto Twitter is deep in the throats of the meme coin mania. No matter how nascent or obscure, traders continue to dive headfirst into tokens based on little more than vibes and hopes of lucrative gains. And that's despite the lack of utility many meme coins offer. They tell you there is no tangible value on these meme coins. There's hundreds, thousands of them coming up. Probably 20 of them just popped up during this live stream. Replicated contracts. Copy, paste, renamed, change the supply. Maybe add a few actions. Disown it. So that way if something goes bad, it doesn't come back on me. And people are dumping money. I don't understand it. So anyways, we know about Me Lady. We know about Ben. We know about Jared Eve. We know every time somebody that has influence says a word or something, some coin is created somewhere, and then somebody drops a bunch of crap into it. And what's funny about it is you can actually see the bots at work, right? Jared from Subway, you could see the bots at work. And they've been using Jared at Subway, especially yesterday. Not influence, but prestige, I guess you could say, to promote stuff. And so last night, going down the rabbit hole, I followed it. But more on that in a minute. OpenAI executive appears to have Twitter account hacked and promote cryptocurrency. So OpenAI, or Chain GPT, which I'm actually kind of interested in. For some reason, somebody hacked the OpenAI's Twitter account for this individual right here, Mira, to promote it. And then obviously they're putting a fake website that would take you to some website, and then it says claim your XYZ, and you go to claim it. But people don't pay attention to what they're doing. They don't take the contract address and go look, right? Copy the contract address and go to Etherscan. Go to Etherscan. Look at it. Try to read it. Even if you don't understand, it's like learning a whole new language. Try to read it and see if you can make sense of it all. And on top of that, if you click it and your MetaMask pops up saying to confirm, and you see your entire balance instead of what it would cost to send a transaction, people, why are you clicking approve? Anyways, I'm sorry I'm getting flustered because Jared from Subway, again, probably not the real Jared, not even associated, maybe his account got hacked, had this whole thing, which has now been completely deleted. I had to play along. I had to play game because I wanted to see the smart contract, and I got the smart contract, and I got multiple addresses associated with the smart contract, and I got the contracts used previously by the same perpetrator, and I wanted that information. So I had to play ball, and I have everything stored, and I'm just trying to understand this craziness of a world that we're in. But this individual, Dave Satoshi, says that we all want to get rich quick. Just want to let you all know that professional scammers are experts at manipulating human emotions, and they can get the best of us. They use the right words and timing to trigger your action. Even I fell for Jared Coin, and I thought I had developed good self-control after being rugged and scammed for so many times. For some, it might be an obvious scam from the beginning, but don't pat yourself on the back too quickly. For many, like me, it made sense at the time despite all the red flags as something internally caused by the poor decision. You are up against well-planned professionals that takes advantage of your limited visibility and control. This is where FOMO can hurt. Of course, the ultimate fault lies with ourselves, and hopefully each painful lesson means better judgment and a decision in the future. Jared from Subway.eth truly lives up to his disgusting name, and there's a few more out there scamming with their pre-sale. Let's call out these disgusting scammers more often and protect the community from sharks that circle it. And you will see, while I went down this rabbit hole, as soon as I caught information, I posted about it. But of course, they move quick. They already moved on to a new account. They already got some new influencers. They're already promoting something, and they're already moved to a different address. They already have another contract that might be replicated and changed. It's moving faster than anyone can keep up with, unless you have bots, scripts. So the people who are really making money are the people that have the bots and the capabilities to really quickly time it and get in and get out. Because timing the market, you're going to lose, right? If you try to time the market, you're going to lose. So don't try to time the market. Look at assets you love. Find out if your convictions are good. Study the dev team. Look into the actual roadmap. Don't just sign up for something that has no tangible value, and invest smartly into assets. It doesn't even have to be crypto. It could be anything. And there's the exact same scam being deployed in traditional finance. Be smart. Slow down. Stop giving people your money. So CoinMarketCap recently added Reality VR, Lepesa, We, Oshi, Mayo, Zen Bitcoin, Equilibra Finance, Chain-backed. Let's go to Dubai Cat. Let's go look at Dubai Cat. What is Dubai Cat? Okay, where are the markets? Okay, it's a Binance Smart Chain token. Where's some information? Give me some information about this. What is Dubai Cat? Dubai Cat is a testament to the spirit of innovation that defines the dynamic city of Dubai, inspired by religious love. Okay, so, I mean, it doesn't look scammy to me, but doesn't give me anything tangible. Then what do you do for me? You don't do crap for me. All right, let's look at we. And look at the coins. Look at the coins. The logos are just, they're just lazy. They're just lazy. And there's like 15 Ben coins, 16 stupid me coins. Like, please don't fall for this stuff, guys. Please don't fall for this stuff. Now, if you can get the smart contract, I would love to analyze it. But don't get in just to get in. Now, what is this? This is interesting. I never heard of this. I never heard. So Bitmax, I never used that Unisat. What is Unisat? Interesting. Oh, ordinals. I knew that. Wait, what? So is we on Bitcoin? Hang on 1 second. Time out. Is it? Okay. Contract ordinals. This is an ordinals contract. Interesting. Okay. All right. I like we. Is this one's got to be an ordinal. Yep, that's an ordinal as well. Okay, so those icons represent Bitcoin. All right, so come on. There's got to be some shit coin that just popped up. Hang on. Hang on. Let's go. Give me 1 second. 1 second. And we're going to wrap up the stream before Red Panda Mine takes over. But yeah, so don't let the accounts, because there's multiple accounts. Like, look, hang on 1 second. When you go to Jared from Subway, okay, that account that did all that last night, it's gone. Gone. That account has been banned. But then you also have these. And these two, if you look, they have, the verification check mark. It's very easy for them to get the verification check mark. Doesn't do shit. I don't know why people think it does anything. But like this whole situation with Jared made, I want to say, hang on. How much was it? 233 times, let's say 1,900. $442,000. I mean, that's not small by any means. I mean, that's life-changing money for you or me. And people just gave it away. They, of course, Jared or the fake Jared or whoever the fucking Jared is, promised the world. Like, hey, you're going to get this, that, the other, and we're going to make this much and that much. Too good to be true type situation. People still fell for it. So, whatever. But I'm going to find a coin real quick. Let's say, what's Gamble? What is Gamble? Let's see if I could copy this address. Let's go up here. And it's primarily on Ethereum that I'm noticing a lot of this. And Binance Smart Chain has a few too, but Binance Smart Chain isn't as big as Ethereum. The liquidity isn't as abundant as Ethereum. And CoinMarketCap will actually provide you some information. So this coin just came out last night. Okay. It's being traded only on Uniswap. You can see the chart here. And we got 2 warnings. This is CoinMarketCap will provide this information to you. Obviously, it can't tell you everything, but there is an anti-whale function, which actually, let me tell you something. I learned this. It doesn't do crap. It doesn't do crap to stop the MEV sandwich bot traders at all. The anti-whale function does nothing. They can circumvent that. Blacklist function found. That means the contract owner, if they retained ownership, can blacklist your address and stop you from trading, right? So if you buy a bunch because they know you're going to dump, they can blacklist you, and then you got a bunch of asset you can't trade. And you can see the trades down here. And they're small fry, right? 0.05, that's a small fry. 0.5, that may be a little bit big, a little bit of a bigger fish. But when you start getting the 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15 ETH, it adds up. Like here's what people would consider a whale or a small whale. 2.82 ETH, 2.86 ETH. Very, very, this whole world is interesting to me. Like, I knew about MEV since we talked about it with Micah and EIP 1559 and a number of meetings that we have, but I haven't had the time to really dive deep. And now that I'm starting to look at the smart contracts and understand a little bit more about it, it is completely asinine that people are dumping money into this, not understand. Look, 24-hour volume. Are you kidding me? There's no way. There's no way. There's only 109,000 liquidity. But it did 4.1 million in 24 hours. No way. There's no way. Please, God, tell me that's not true. Just started last night. And CoinMarketCap will put it on here. It tells you this page was created automatically using on-chain data and contains unverified information. Do your own research. Do your own research. And so people are out here looking, right, for these newly created coins and like, oh, there's only 500 holders. If I get in now, it could be the next Pepe. Bro, stop. Stop. You're killing yourself. Stop. Okay? Just chill. I know everybody wants the next Pepe. I know it. I would love to, accidentally bump into it. The chances of me bumping into it is few and far between. I have a number of people asking me to look at this and look at that. I don't know what's true because the truth is so obscured, it's ridiculous. Again, let's go look up Ben. There's Ben, there's Ben, there's Ben, there's Ben. Right? Let's see all results. Get out of your way. Ben, 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 Ben. Ben with a D, Ben with an X. Now, here's the thing. If you want this Ben, but you're not sure which one it is out of these four, look at the contract address. Slow down and verify the contract address before you go diving into crap. Ben. Tracker. Click that. There's the contract address. Oh, cool. All right. Does that match what I was just looking at online? So it starts with the FA. FA, hey. Yep. So there it is. So this is the token. I found the correct token on CoinMarketCap. I verified it with Etherscan. So this is the right one. And if you're smart and you're learning like me, here's the contract. But guess what? Copy paste because here's some similar contracts. Here was a different token. Similar code, maybe change a few things around. Maybe made some adjustments, adjusted inflation, the overall supply, blah, 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 blah. Rinse and repeat. New tokens are coming out very fast, and people just want to get rich. And I understand that because I do too. But just slow it down, please. If I have enough knowledge and I feel comfortable talking and going through a smart contract with you to share, I will, because it seems like it's anything in the MEV smart contract solidity space, except for actually development. I'm not talking about the development aspect and building on it and upgrades like Shanghai and EIP 1559. I'm not talking about from that perspective. People are using smart contracts and AI tools to develop smart contracts just to scam people. And because it's so easy to copy, paste a payload fee to upload, the coins are coming out faster than people can hit them with a hammer. And so now we have on CoinMarketCap, which doesn't include everything, we're at 25,391. I want to tell you something. When this year began, we were just below 22K overall currencies on CoinMarketCap. Since Pepe, or the meme coin craze, we have now jumped up over 3,000 or almost 3,000 and some change cryptocurrencies that are other meme coins that don't say they're going to do something tangible. They don't have any real world value, but people are dumping money into it. So I can't beat a dead horse. So I'm gonna let you guys go about that. Not sure if you guys heard about this ER doctor, doctor didn't come into work. Dr. John Forsythe was found, unfortunately. Foul play may be involved, but they're investigating. They were found in Arkansas with, unfortunately, a gunshot wound. Thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Don't know the individual. I know they were marked as somebody important in the space, but I really don't know them from Adam. But, it still sucks to have a father or a husband or anything like that, lose a family member. So wish you guys the best. I thought this was interesting. So cyber criminals targeting Apache Nifty instances for crypto mining. Well, people or individuals taking over various machines or entities to, mine with it so they can mine for a profit is not new at all. So it just continues to expand beyond that. But the financial motivation threat actor is actively scoring the internet for unprotected Apache Nifty instances to covertly install cryptocurrency mining and facilitate lateral movement. The findings come from SANS Internet Storms Center, ISC, which detected a spike in HTTP requests from Nifty on May 19th. Persistence is achieved via time processors and entry to cron. And it looks like Dr. Ulrich, Dean of Research for SANS Technology Institute, the attack script is not saved to the system. It's ran from memory. The honeypot setup allowed the ISC to determine that the initial foothold is weaponized to drop a shell script that removes the system log file, disables the firewall, and terminates the competing crypto mining tools before downloading and launching the Kingsing malware from a remote server. What's funny about that is obviously was trending or was similar to the attacks in 2022 September, which you can see right here, with that use old Oracle web logic. And on top of that, some of the companies that use Nifty are people like General Motors, SS&C Technology Holdings, Airbus Group. So very interesting. Hopefully these guys are hardening. They should have, if not already, hardened their infrastructure to prevent bad actors from utilizing their systems to infiltrate. So anyways, that is today's show. I got a little bit emotional and hot there, but Crypto Mikkel can use the money. I can use the money. I'm sure you can use the money. Like, all these rich people sending money to each other. Why don't you send it to some people, some random people that actually can use it because, they're struggling to pay their bills. Instead of some rich guy that already has a couple $100K in one wallet. God, assholes. Anyways, so yeah, just be careful. I was trying to ascertain additional information. Once I got that information, I immediately posted about it on Twitter. So make sure you follow me there. Also, if you see me doing something silly, like I'm playing around with them, like a scammer, don't facilitate it. Don't follow, right? If I go in there, do not follow me. There is a plan, and I am doing something for a reason. Do not follow me. But you can follow me on Twitter for all the other tech and crypto-related content, information, and otherwise. My personal Twitter is all about, hardware, data center information, new tech coming out, stuff like that. Speaking of new tech, obviously Computex is out. I would really love to go there one day. But unfortunately, because I don't have a bunch of ETH sent to me randomly, I got bills to pay and a family to take care of. So not happening. But yeah, very, very good stuff. It doesn't look like Video Cards has anything interesting for me to look at, but I do like what's been coming out of Computex. Not too much from Intel or AMD or Nvidia from a consumer gamer enthusiast grade, but a lot of stuff related to data centers and updates. And usually that stuff will flow on over into the gaming sector later on, but we'll see how things, pan out in the long run. So, any last minute questions? Because I'm going to get ready to for Red Panda Mine to take over here in just a second. Let's see. Let me go ahead and lower the volume. Is he working on that thing again? Taking apart S19 XP Live might break. Why are you taking it apart? Didn't you just put that on? That might be a different one. He might have just used that for the thumbnail. Because I remember the live stream where he was putting this on. Just woke up. Too much Diablo last night. Or I should I say this morning? Might be late. You know, I got Diablo installed. But I'll just wait. I'm not paying no stupid deluxe edition extra money just to play now. Why? Just wait for the game. Like, I'm gonna level. Upgrade to play now. Why? Why would you guys pay that much? I mean, my friends did, so whatever. But yeah, man, I mean, freaking an extra 30, 20 bucks over standard edition to play now? $100 for ultimate edition? Almost $100 for digital? No. Why? No. But you guys have fun. I'll wait to the release. Just stop being silly with your money. That's all I ask. Stop being silly with your money. If you're going to be silly with your money, give it to somebody who can use it. Help them out. Do a kindness. Might actually, you know, because what goes around comes around. I strongly believe that, whether you believe in God or whoever, or the center of the universe. You know, if I do something positive and good for you, even though it comes at a cost to me, it's going to eventually come back around. It's going to. You know, I know a lot of people want instant gratification now. Me. Fix it right now. But, you know, patience does pay off. Looks like we got a new AMD driver for the Diablo 4 release. Interesting. Stable Diffusion 1.5 with Microsoft Olive optimized direct ML performance. Standard ML performance. Direct. I guess I would need to test that out. But I would wait for the game release. So I do have this 7900 XTX graphics card. And it looks like jumping up from 23.52 from 5.1 would yield a pretty decent improvement. I wonder if I'll probably test that out. If I have the opportunity, I'll probably test that out, put it on the channel. We'll see. Come on, Red. So any questions, anything at all? All right, so Baby asks, what's obvious about CMC? The same bots that currently spam a coin everywhere, the same bots that previously put delisted coins that were scams. Yep. And some of the scam projects are still around. People are still building on some projects, which I think is funny. But, you know, maybe the project actually had some merit to it. It was just the execution is what failed. But we'll have to see. Just be careful. If it's too good to be true, don't do it. If you go to click a link because it says claim XYZ and you click it, you see in your MetaMask, you know, it shows your full amount that's in your wallet. It's going to take that full amount. You're going to pay cents because they're going to figure out a way to sandwich that trade, and they're going to pay cents in gas versus you or me. If we try to swap something right now, we got to get slippage and we got to pay $5-7 in gas just to initiate that trade because there's not much liquidity, blah, blah, blah. They got the game on lock, man, and it's automated. Everything is automated. I would like to build one, to be honest, but those are highly guarded secrets, and nobody's gonna tell you crap. Nobody's gonna tell you how to do it, and I would like to build, like, learn, have one, and learn, but we'll see. Come on, Red, let's go. Thoughts on ELH? Well, let's go check it out. If I type this in like 15 coins. Okay. So ELH. Which one's the right one? See, this is the problem. Which one's the right one? This one? So we got a couple warnings here. Retrievable ownership function detected. So ownership could be basically, they could renounce the ownership, right? Contract owner cannot modify balance. They can renounce ownership, but they can retrieve it. Wow. Honeypot risk. That's a pretty big tax. Anti-well function, which again, sandwich traders know how to circumvent. A number of tokens that is limited, which protects investors from large sell-offs and price manipulation. However, if transaction volume are significantly low, it may present a honeypot risk. We recommend getting more details from the project team that would help you in your buying decision. Transaction tax can be modified, so the tax can be increased. If it is increased more than 49%, this token would not be tradable. Blacklist function, so again, they can blacklist, addresses. Whitelist function found as well. So maybe I want to give somebody some special treatment, or an exchange, or an entity, or whatever. So a couple of concerns there, obviously. It's not verified, so they haven't submitted the contract for verification on Etherscan yet. And you can see that, like if we copy the contract address and we go over to Etherscan, it would tell you if it's verified or not. Hang on, where's the contract address? Did I grab the right thing? Okay. I mean, that's the address. Oh, it's Binance Smart Chain. What am I doing? Damn it. So, yeah. All right, you guys head over to Red Panda Mining. I will see y'all later. All right. You guys have yourself a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck. Be smart. Don't fall for tricks. Red Panda's live now, so hit the like button on the way out. Get subscribed. Hit notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I'll catch you next one. Take care.